Hello, everyone. How is everybody today? Um, I figured I would pop on unannounced and see how everyone was, to see how we're all doing. Thank you, Lisa, for being my backup and my support. Um, and I think we'll just kind of say that, soon I will be on a lot more and that life has just taken a lot of changes and a lot of blessings and a lot of growth. Today, I popped onto Sonia's channel, and I want to give a serious shout out to her because there was a lot of things in her readings that came, hit not only for me but as a collective. Hi, Gina. As a collective in reference to renewal and discovery, support, and journeys. And that's what a lot of us are going through right now. And hello, Zingalis. Um, it is definitely, we were just kind of talking about journeys and discovering yourself. And it is a very, hi, Gma. Um, it's a really good time to, you haven't missed much because we're just talking about journeying and growth and spiritual growth. And I would love to say that that has been any reading that I have done lately, that has been the theme. Lots of growth and lots of personal growth for everyone. It's amazing to me that we are all on our different timelines. So the way they show me is we're all running on we're all on this string and it has the same pull. It's wrapped up over here. Hi, Chevy. So anyways, but we're all on this string, and it is a really good, important time to realize that we're all on our own timelines. We're all on our own growths. Like where, what resonates with you right now maybe doesn't resonate with you later. Or it doesn't resonate with you right now, but then later on you'll see that it may. Also, some of you guys may have already experienced this, but right now it's a really, really important time to use your words very, very wisely. Hi, Donnell. Use your words really, really wisely. And you guys that have been with me for a while know that I talk about manifesting a lot. And, as a collective, we need to be really, really careful about what we're thinking, how we're saying this, and especially in this time. I mean, honestly, I don't know what's going on in the world. I haven't watched news in months, and that's okay. I kind of like it that way. Um, but what I'm hearing is that, because of the words and there's still that separation, there's always going to be that. That's just something we can't control. You'll always have those naysayers or those people that just can't pull it together. But just remember that words are really powerful. And right now we're manifesting at a faster rate ever than we have been before. Um, you know, Choose your words in a loving and compassionate way. Um, Also, they're talking about those of us that are going to, sorry, I was reading the comments. Also, the ones that are going to go into self-healing and self-discovery. Hello, Sarah. It is a really, really, by the way, if you guys don't remember, I don't have my glasses on. So if I go like this, I'm not being mean. But so for self-discovery, they're saying that things are even at a faster pace of healing. Okay. And so what may have took us lots and lots of years or months to get through, I mean, you can really process this at such a faster and quicker rate now. So it is very important, to take some time for yourself and do that healing however you see fit. Um, and one of the things that came through a while back was that and I've said this before, like the way that we used to have our tools for healing, like if you're a type of person that loves yoga and yoga is your thing, it might not be, it might not be that. Hi, Deanna. Um, oh, you're in Colorado? I'm like, "You're in Colorado? No, you're in Texas, aren't you?" So anyways, it might not be that you have to use yoga anymore. It may be that it will be something else. Yoga might not be your thing. So be gentle with yourself. If your way of connecting or healing, try a different healing modality. That's really huge right now. Um, Also for those of us that are in touch with spirit, opening up more, realize that your signs may come differently and how you feel things may come differently. Okay, I thought so. Um, it may come differently. So be gentle with yourself if your signs are different. Don't think that you're being disconnected because you're not. It's just the energy is different all the way around us. I mean, they just show me that. It's like, just imagine if you had a bunch of strings coming off of the spool and they just turned the spool and were just kind of going like this. So what was further apart is now coming into one, like one big thread. That's the best way I can say it. So just understand that that's what's happening. So be really gentle with yourselves. So I figured I would pop on today and do a couple of mini readings. And Lisa is helping me out. And so if you guys have a question, I would be more than willing to read for you. So slap them up there. Or if you have any questions, I'll answer, except for the winning lotto number, because I don't know those. I wish I did. So, and I think my internet is running rather slow. So I'm gonna log in here. So, but how has everybody been doing? Um, yeah, personal questions. Go ahead. And you guys will probably see me more often than the next couple of weeks because I'm off for a little while. So I'll be going on a little later, maybe today as well. So, boy, that was weird. My phone just disconnected and came back. And there's serious lag time. So I'm just going to go ahead and, until a question comes up, I'm just going to go ahead and read for the group. And I have these new ones, which I absolutely love. Okay, Danielle has a question. Oh, so Donnell, I'm not sure if you have ever heard me talking about the papers, but I want to give you the papers and then tell you some other things, but let me go for the whole entire collective. And what they say is there really is a time to slow down. It really is about taking care of yourself and healing yourself. um, that is so important because there's a lot of us that are going through this stage. And remember, take away what resonates with you, leave what doesn't, because you might be on a little timeline or a different timeline, or you may have already experienced this or are about to step into it. We're not all we're running the same race, we're just at different parts of it. So be gentle with yourself if um, things get a little emotional, but please take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. But this really is a time of taking care of yourself and understand that healing, like we were saying, it's the corn, and the corn is all about rejuvenation. What brings, follow the our ancients, and basically the corn is what fed us. It kept us alive. It's sustains us. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. And so this is really about taking care of yourself. When I see the corn, I automatically think of the sun and how warm and how much that gives back. It's like a big old circle. Hi, Barb. T-barb. So yeah, so it really is about self-healing. I want to do this other one too. Um, so I go back to what I was saying before. If you want something different, you have got to manifest it in a different way. Be gentle with yourself, which we just talked about. It's very important for you to be gentle with yourself and take care of yourself in this time of healing. Okay. Let's go back to the manifestation. Like I was saying before, and Donnell, this kind of answers your question. It really is about choosing your words very wisely so that, if you look at the sentence that you had said, and I want to go back to it, should I accept being single from now on? And that right there already sets the pace. So, what I would say is, hi, Ron. Hi, Melinda. Hi, Gina. What I would say is really kind of sit down and think, what do you actually want? So I don't think you should settle for anything. You know, um, I don't think settling is something that, that's giving up. And we right now are the biggest manifestors and the biggest creators in our life. You just got to figure out a way to kind of change that wording and say, this person is coming into my life, my partner will be coming in, and imagine what that is going to look like when it's at its strongest and it's at its most beautiful moments. Imagine your relationship to be that. What does it look like? Is it supportive? Is it hi, Bonnie? Is it supportive? Is it humorous? Is it full of love? Is it, what does that really, really look like? Because, they always throw that, it's always a Taco Bell. I don't know why, but it's always a Taco Bell. And they put a Taco Bell right next to me and say, you've got to really create your menu that you want, because if you go saying, am I always going to be single? Should I, you know, no. But there is a part of self-healing, and I say this with love and all the love I have for you is there is a part of you that has to look at, okay, what am I doing wrong? Because it does take two parts. What can you change about yourself? And what can you manifest into different partners? Because if you keep, if you put it out there, oh, bring me someone who's gonna, bring me someone, just bring me someone and let me learn from them. Oh, spirit's gonna bring you somebody, all right. And it's probably not gonna be someone you want to be learning from, because it's almost like they want you to pick. They want you to be more picky. They want you to be more specific. And don't be afraid to really ask for what you want. I mean, if you want somebody that is financially stable, then say that. I always say, make sure you add, this is jokingly, but I always say, make sure you add that they can deal with your kind of crazy, my kind of crazy, that kind of thing. Hello, Mars. It has been a long time. Well, but that's the problem, Donnell, is you're sitting here when you say, I've been reading about healthy marriage and it feels impossible because that's not your roadmap. You haven't experienced that. So what does that look like to you? Put that, Esther Hicks says, put that in your shed. Go to your shed, think about everything that you want, everything that you would want. And don't sit here and say, well, I want that, but that would never happen. Because that's just like putting it out there and then yanking it back. And then what you're putting out there is more shit. That's really what you're putting out there. you know um I want someone who, and I'm just going to use this as an example, and because they speak in metaphors with me. So I want someone who isn't going to beat me up. Well, if you say that, spirit does not, well, no, the word don't. That's the thing about manifesting. Spirit is only going to give you what you put energy out there to. So if you keep saying, I really want all these things, but it's impossible, you're right. Spirit is just making it impossible to get. But if you take that word out of there, and exactly, Melissa, it really is about creating a healthy life as well, and you got to really put it out there and say, this is what I want. And there's no take backsies. That's what we have to remember, is there is no take backsies. You just have to put it out there and say, this is what I want, regardless of whether your roadmap shows that you have or have not had this bad experience. So you can't let your past keep defining the person that you are today. Okay? Because if you let your past define who you are today, then you never step forward. You're always stuck in your past. And so that's what you've got to remember, is you can have an unhealthy past. You can try to work through it. You can try to acknowledge it and make it better and find tools, but you can't let that be your story. Otherwise, you never grow. You're never going to get healthy, and you're always going to be unhealthy. And so there's a choice, and it really does. Yes, we are taking more questions, Mars. It really does start with you. I mean, I refuse to let my past be my story. I refuse to. I'm not perfect. Hi, Ian. I'm not perfect. I have made my mistakes. I have hurt people whom I love, but it's my path. And all I can do is, in my heart, apologize to them if they're willing to accept it, learn from my mistakes and grow and move on. But I'm certainly not going to sit there in my past and go, woe is me. And I say this with love, because a lot of us allow our past to become our story, because that's how we get energy from it. You know, it's kind of like these energy vampires. If and see right there, they are winning, Donnell. But when you put the word hopefully in there, that's when you get yourself. It's almost like I always say, fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. You know, you can't always, go back to, they're saying, go back to the energy vampires. There are people that love to live in their misery. you know look what I didn't get, look what I didn't have, look at, hi, Ms. Mays, look at what didn't happen to me, look at what, it shoulda, woulda, couldas, and you never step forward. And so you have a choice. I mean, because whether you believe it or not, you're creating your own reality, and, I am not going to, for me personally, am not going to allow my past to dictate my future. You know, the only thing I can do is do right by everybody I come across and learn from my mistakes and keep moving forward, you know? Um, so yeah, that's what I would suggest, keep manifesting that person, and go into your storage and shed and leave out the words that say things like, um, it doesn't exist. I want a healthy relationship, but there's no good men out there, or there's no good women out there. You're right. You'll never find them if you keep that attitude up, because there are plenty of wonderful and beautiful people out there if you just open your eyes and draw them near you. So just keep saying the really wonderful, beautiful things that are out there, and just keep imagining everything wonderful and beautiful in your life, because that's the trick of it. My friend told me a long time ago, I don't understand why you just always get what you need. And that's what it is. Even in my shittiest of times, when my world was the darkest, what I focused on is not the darkness, because that's just going to bring me more darkness. It's like, what does the future hold for me? When it starts looking good, what's that going to look like? When things look, when things are tough for me, what is it going to look like when things are calm? And I focus on the calmness, and I focus on the happiness, and I focus on the healing, and I focused on that. And so that's what you need to do all the way across the board, not only for yourself, for the healing, they're saying, but you got to stop letting your past define you. That's so huge. I mean, you really need to start doing that. And then, yeah, it is recorded. And then, look at the positives, bring in the positives into your life. Quit focusing on the negatives because, like I said, spirit doesn't know the word don't. It's just going to give you exactly what you keep focusing on. So, and right now if you didn't catch it when I very first started, right now we are manifesting at an all-time fast rate. Um, what took us a long time is going like this. So you really have to be careful what you're manifesting and what you're saying. So positive, positive, positive. And I would manifest, like I said, I haven't watched the news and I honestly don't know how long it's been since I've watched a news broadcast. Have no idea what's going on in the world. Don't really care because all I'm doing is oh, thanks. All I'm doing is just healing and just growing. I mean, spirit took me where I needed to go and put me in exactly where I needed to be to do a lot of self-healing, and that's why I haven't been around. And I'm still doing that, a lot of self-healing. My new tattoo, my daughter's got the same one. So, yeah. So, but yeah, we're healing and we're changing things. And, you've just got to tune off that radio and shut off that TV and all that negative stuff that people are soaking in, because all that is division, 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 division. And that's all it's meant to be, is divide us and put us on different sides. You can have your beliefs but understand that ultimately we're still one. We're still in this all together. We're still touching each other one way or another. So, yeah, there you go. Thanks, Herc. Yeah. I'm going to get another one right here. I think, it took me 52 years. And so I'm just going to get a little tatted up. I figured, what the heck? So, all right, Lisa, let's see. I'm trying to remember how to. Oh, there we go. Okay. Any guidance for the huge change I'm in the middle of planning, organizing for the new year? Oh yeah, Mars. Wow. Um, it's really odd because the first thing they show me is, and I don't know if your change is situational. I'm going to take this off because it's really distracting to me. I don't know if your change is situational in the aspect that you would be moving. Um, But for some reason, they're showing me the ground, okay? So if it is a situation where you are moving and you're able to do this because it's very in oh, retiring to Ecuador. Okay. Oh, that's so awesome. That's where I wanted to go. Oh my goodness, it just gives me goosebumps. So it's really important for you to, wherever you be, to and it's they're showing me crystals, but you can use whatever you want, like what's important to you. I would say grab 4 or 6, okay? And just imagine, I'll come visit you, Mars. I'll come visit you. Just imagine if on your property or if on your place you take these 4, and I don't know why they keep saying 6, 4 or 6, you decide, even 8 if you wanted to. And you're going to bury these crystals in the perimeter of the land. Okay. And I would say crystals just because crystals can resonate so much vibration. And you could do rose quartz for love, self love. You can do amethyst for healing. You could do, find out what's important to you. And then pick those, and they're showing me that you literally bury, and you could do sage in the holes as well, and you bury them around the land and do that, because it really is very healing. And there's something do you know if there's any ley lines? Have you checked that out? Because they're showing me like ley lines pretty close to you, or pretty, do you know where you're about to go? Because there's a lot of ley lines around there for some reason where you're at. So I would definitely look at that, Mars, and see if there's some ley lines in there. But it's really awesome. And so there has to be a prayer. There has to be something pulling in that light and that bink. I don't know, but the town is thought to be, yeah. I mean, there's a lot. I literally see lines coming down all the way down and then on the land too. So they're coming down. And I mean, it's pretty intense. So yeah, that's what I would do. I'm excited for you and manifest that. Like before you even leave, you need to be manifesting those people that are going to come into your life and help you. And so imagine these people coming to you. It's very odd with corn, even because that was our very first card, corn, and then you giving something back to them, whether that's just speech or whether that's something, and then imagine this bond being created. It's almost like start putting your thoughts out there to create your spiritual family that's going to be a good part of your life there. And that's going to be really awesome. I'm excited for you. Ooh. And then so now you're not 100, it doesn't feel like you're 100% retiring. I mean, it feels like you're doing something. And so if there is something in the works or something that's going to come pretty soon, that's going to be pretty awesome. I like that because it gives you a little bit there's something about um you know, oh, there we go. So this my computer isn't when I'm looking over here, it's because I'm looking at the comments. Um, but whatever that is, permaculture regeneration. Yeah, oh my gosh, it is going to be so awesome, I mean, really, really awesome. Um, I'm excited for you and there's also going to be someone who's going to be really good there that will help you do it. Um, Hi, Marie. There's some male that is going to be really, really good, and this person becomes there's something about this male becoming your second person, your second go-to guy. And he really and it's him and his wife that tend to help you, or him and a female that he has or knows that help you a lot. So that's going to be really interesting. I am so excited for you. And yeah, I can't wait. I'd be really please keep us informed on how it goes. Hi, Marie. Um, Keep us informed how it goes. So Ian's talking about my truck. That's Black Betty, and so my beautiful truck. She is doing awesome. Okay. So, Bonnie, I'm making a lot of changes in my life, body, mind, spirit. Does spirit have anything for me? And I think you're going through it too, where it's just like you have got to be very, very gentle with yourself. It really is about honoring yourself and creating really good boundaries. Um, like I haven't been online and I don't know how long. I did 3 readings the other day and I just, it hasn't been the time. And like I was telling Lisa, it was like, okay, today's the day. And so Lisa so wonderfully backed me up here. And so they're saying you need to do this the same. When I see the picket fences are all about really, really good boundaries. And I'm going to put this up, really good boundaries. I think that's funny. Really good boundaries in reference to uh, your personal time and your personal healing and really they're showing me like your even your people around you are going to change because they had me like looking at some people and then they just went whoop whoop like this one goes out and it's okay. It really is about time. Does that make sense to you in reference to that, Bonnie? It's like, this person doesn't fit your thing anymore. And so it really is about being okay with that And, oh, but it really is about being okay with that and kinda going, "Nope, I can't do this energy anymore. I can't deal with this crazy." Um, because there is someone in your life, that tends to take, and it is becoming almost exhausting in that aspect. So, really, Bonnie, be okay with going over there and saying, "Nope, I can't do this." Um, I love the body, okay? They really want, "You gave too much of my power." Well, yeah. 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 Yeah, too much of your power away, yeah. Um, Hi, Constance. Also, what they're saying is the body. Whatever the thing has to do with the body. There is Donna Eden has some stuff on YouTube that's about energy healing, and she's got a really awesome book that's has to do with women and energy healing. And so I would look up Donna Eden and do some of her stuff, but a lot of this. Hi, Connie. I've missed you guys all so much. But, there's a lot of energy healing that needs to happen, and you don't have to do it. You don't have to go to somebody. I mean, some of this stuff really is about talking to yourselves and saying, "Okay, it's time to release all of the crap that we have." I mean, we become magnets for everybody else's stuff, especially this person, whoever this one is. We've become magnets to holding all of these things in, and psychically, energetically, we hold a lot of stuff, and it's time to let that go. And so they're saying, good job on the body, whatever the body thing is that you're doing. I mean, you got cheerleaders going, yay, we're really proud, but definitely understand where it comes from. And I'm just using this as, I don't know if this is your issue. Um, oh, oh, Mars. Yeah. Um, so I don't know if this is your actual issue, but I'm just going to use this so that I can explain it. It's as if a person would have been physically hurt as a child, so they eat and eat and eat because this is my protection. If I eat and eat and eat, then nobody will hurt me, no one will touch me, no one will do that to me again. And then that becomes a comforting thing. And then it becomes a lifestyle and a habit. So what they're saying is not that that's happened to you. I don't want you to feel like I'm saying that, because I'm not. If it is your truth, that's your truth. But what I'm saying is, you got to look back at the reasons why certain behaviors are happening, because that's where it stems from, you know? That's where it really stems from. So, yeah, I know. Isn't that funny? Who just wrote that? It does feel like a family reunion. In fact, when I was on Sonia's channel, popped in to just hear her. Um, it was really kind of great to listen to all the banter. And the minute I was listening to everybody talking and going back and supporting each other, it just almost brought tears to my eyes in the aspect of seeing all of you guys that have taken it to the next level, and seeing your channels. And, uh, let me highlight this or I'm going to miss it. Um, Seeing your channels and just want, like, to be, to have stepped away from all of this for however long I've been away, and then to come back and see everybody in your channels and what you're doing. It's like, the baby's growing up. No, I'm just kidding. But no, it was awesome. It was really awesome to see, and to just watch you guys all work and pass along those messages and do what you do. And some of you guys, unfortunately, I have not had a chance to catch up, or to go watch, because it just so happens that during that time I'm doing something, but I will definitely make it a point. So, I will be popping in once in a while. I can't do anything with any regularity right now, but that is how it has to be. Um, 3 months and 2 weeks. Ian's got it down. Um, but yeah, lots have been going on. So, okay, any messages from my dad? Did I skip one, Lisa, or was that the next one? Let me make sure. Um, yes. But yeah, the body thing, whatever that is, Bonnie, I mean, um, they're really, really proud of you for that one. Okay, let's see. Any messages from my dad? Oh, Gma, that's a hard one. I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to pull anybody in. I was not planning on that. I wasn't planning on that today. Um, give me a minute. Let me scoot on down, okay? Because I am not seeing anybody right now, but I've kind of told everybody to keep it light. Um, so let me see. Let me skip ahead and see if it comes back. Okay. So let's see. Now I just think you're making it up, Ian, in 9 hours and 14 minutes. Whatever. You're so funny. Okay, where was that, Lisa? So this is really weird. And I'm not going to say, Gma, it's your dad, but I don't know. Was your dad pretty much into shoes or something about shoes? And because I have this person here that just keeps pointing at his shoes. No problem, Bonnie. So was your dad into shoes, Gma? Let's see. Yeah, there's something about this person, this man in his shoes. I don't know who that is. So let's see if she'll. And my delay is really, there's a really long delay. He just liked to always have him clean. Yeah, because this person just keeps pointing down at his shoes. And it's very funny because I told him that would just drive me nuts if they needed to be, yeah, that's not me. So he's laughing at me, but he just really keeps pointing down at his shoes that, that was and I don't know if this makes sense to you, but he almost gives me the feeling as if this would have been I'm trying to put it into words. It's like you're like almost like he judges the man's character, or maybe he feels like people judge him for his character, and it's very important to have clean shoes. Does that make sense to you? Like this is pretty important to him. You know, yes, these guys in these shoes. What is up with these shoes? So does that make sense, Gma? But it's almost like I one time heard a guy say that men, hi Sonia. Okay. It really feels like one time I heard this guy tell me that women judge each other by their jewelry and men judge each other by their shoes and their watches. And that's what it feels like. So it was very important for him to, you didn't want to go around with tattered shoes. You didn't want to go around looking like that because that was how you were kind of, um, you know, put into classes almost, if that makes sense. Um, so that's what he's saying. Um, yeah, I don't think a lot of people got their notifications. So, but yeah, so that's what he's saying is shoes, and so something I don't know what's going on here because this is remember, guys, we are getting new signs. Okay, so you really, for those of us that are reading, for those of us that are touching spirit, whatever you want to call it, you're getting new signs, and so you really need to process those signs. One of my new signs is like decorating a cake. Okay, so he's over here decorating a cake, and when I see cake decorating, that means I'm putting it all together. I'm trying to make it all nice and neat. I'm trying to, you know, smooth everything over. So whatever is going on, and then it's really odd because he literally takes the spatula and goes pow, like smacks the cake. And it's like whatever this rift is, and I don't know if it's already happening right now or it's coming. Don't worry about the rift, whatever that rift is. It's weird that he says rift, but that's gonna get smoothed over, Gma. So whatever it is, just it's icing on the cake. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna get smoothed all over. Everything's gonna be okay. Um, whatever this is creates a it like he doesn't decorate the whole cake. He leaves this part open over here. So I would basically say that whatever is going on, does that make sense to you? um, whatever's going on, whatever rift this is, it will be okay. And just kind of let it blow over. Don't, it's like, don't pick sides. Don't do that. All these guys with clean shoes, I'm telling you. Hi, Ro. Um, yeah, I'm not a clean shoe person. I just couldn't do that. So, yeah, that is going to, yeah. Okay. As long as you understand it, Gma, that's what's important. But he says, you know, it's like, don't pick sides. Don't get in the middle of this. Just let it battle out for itself. Let it work out itself. It'll get worked out. It'll get worked out the way it needs to. Okay. Um, all right. Now I have to scroll up to make sure I didn't miss anybody because I got my eyes closed. You know, I got to keep my eyes closed when I talk to dead people so I don't cry. But okay, that's about it. Just, you know, I mean, honestly, Gma, it's like he just keeps saying, just stay in the middle of, stay in the line, stay in the middle line. Don't pick sides. It's gonna be iced over. It's gonna be okay. Don't worry about it. And then you know to shine light, shine shine some light on it, shine the situation so everything's going to be okay. All right. Um Oh, thank you. I've missed you guys so much. Maybe I'll tell you a little bit about my experiences in a little while. Let's see. Herc. Um, so there is definitely, whoo, mom comes in like a wrecking ball. Um, okay. Hi, mom. I haven't seen you in forever. So, you know, keep your eyes open, especially you. Um, it's like walking down a street and just imagine here, I'm trying to set you so you understand what I'm seeing. So if I'm walking down a street and it looks like a regular street, but there's this big old stop sign, it goes back to second guessing yourself. Don't second guess yourself. Um, you know, really kind of look at where you're at, look at what's going on. And then she's stretching you. Like there's a lot of stretching, a lot of growth going on. Um, you know, it's like just keep growing and keep stretching, and really it's very odd. Don't get settled on, you still need collecting. She's collecting tools. You know, there's some collecting of tools that are um that need to go on. So if there's something that really fascinates you, no matter how, oh god, they're trying to say this word and I don't even know. um okay, cool. No matter how odd it seems, and I'm going to use this as an example. It would be like I believe that tools are tools, okay? It depends on how you use those tools. Does that make sense? Like, um, okay, in Panama, back in the day, I had a friend who his parents were missionaries, and when they went to the Panamanians, and he grew up in Panama, and that's where my mom is from. and he tells a story that his mom and dad were telling, Adam and Eve. There was the snake, and how the snake was bad and it was the devil, and to them, like, some of the people could not choke that story down, because to them the snake was a really, really good thing. And so what I'm basically being told is, look for tools. If something calls, like, you really, it's like, it's like maybe your story or your past would have said that this is a bad tool, but it's not necessarily a bad tool unless you choose it to be used for bad. Does that make sense? So, yeah, the sacred serpent. So what they're saying is, you know, just because ordinarily you would think, "Oh, that's bad." That's like, they're like saying voodoo, because let's say it like that. Let's say you look at something and that's a tool that would ordinarily be used for voodoo. No, it unless you put the malice intent behind it or whatever intent. But even voodoo itself isn't all bad. There are good things to certain things. So what they're basically, thank you, Karen. My daughter and I got it done when I was on a vacation with my daughter. She got the same one, just different colors. Um, so that's what they're saying is, look at a tool for the tool itself. Don't look at the tool and go, "Ooh, that's a bad tool," because this tool may be something that's very, very beneficial for you, but you had went over there and kind of put that negative aspect onto it. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Mom was kind of choppy today. So, but yeah, just go ahead and just open yourself to more tools is what I would say. Because there are a lot more tools that you are being given, but ordinarily you might not look at those because it's like, "Oh, that's not my thing." Um, I just see them as tools, so I don't see any nastiness behind them. Let's see. I'm looking for the next one. Hopefully that helps. And mom, of course, is always as proud of you as she's tapping you on the shoulder, going, "Good job." So, let's see. I'm looking for the next question, but I was kind of okay. I got the list is closed now. Okay, there I am. List is closed. Let's see. Constance. Okay. Any messages from my mom who recently passed away? Wow. Okay. I've had a lot of moms passing away lately. Hold on, let me get some sage. Um, so Constance, um, I just love that name, 50 Shades of Purple Against Bullying. I love that. Okay, mom, let's see. Constance, mom. Um, Constance did like this is gonna kind of sound goofy, but I get this I get this feeling like you guys didn't. It almost feels like she was taken too quick, but I know that when somebody passes away, when somebody passes away, I think you always feel that way, but this is different. Um, I can't read this. I gotta, does that make sense, Constance? It almost feels um, like we thought we had more time with her. We thought, does that sound like your mom? Like it was almost a shocker. And guys, remember that I'm about to it's running pretty slow. So, but I just get the feeling that we just thought we had more time, It wasn't it was kind of even though constant yes, cancer went well, yeah, it's like, damn. I mean, it's almost like you get the news that she has this, and then we're working to kinda get this, and then she just wipes it all away really fast, and I think, part of that really, is very much her my gosh, that's the last thing that I wanna do. Okay, I promise I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry on this one, but it is the last thing that I want to do is to have my children and she just shows me all these people to see her like that. She is just not going to have that, um and she really it just almost feels like I'm she quickly shows me, like, I don't wanna go through it, I don't wanna deal with it, even though I may have been saying that, I want to, that I'll fight for this, really in the deep I'm done, I'm done, I really don't want to deal with this stuff, I really don't wanna do this stuff, I really don't want to, it's like I would much rather you guys remember me the way that I was, and she puts on this beautiful remember, it's just an analogy, they don't really I mean, she never wore dresses, it's just the way she's talking to me, and she shows me this really beautiful dress and these kind of a cute little 50s dress almost that kinda goes out, and she goes, "This is how I want to remember. I want to be remembered like this. I don't want to be remembered sick. I don't want to do all that. I just don't wanna do that." And so that's what's really, really important to her. That's not something she wants to be remembered for. And it really is she turns back around and she goes, I had it's really weird. So she shows me this side and she's like, see, look, I had a decent life. Yeah, there was some really intense, awful things that happened over here. Does that make sense to you, Constance? But then she's like, I had a really good life and I really learned what I needed to learn. And hopefully I was able, yes, it was not the way she wanted to be remembered. And we do not. We remember her beautifully dressed and with beautiful hair you got her. Yeah, I mean, she's just like, you know, but yeah, there were some tough times in her life, but she's like, I just want to remember this. And I just want to, um, I just want to remember this. I just want to know that I did the best that I could do. And she's very proud of what she showed you guys. Um, you know, there was something about her that she's very proud of. Like, I wouldn't say I'm not so sure I would say fighter, but survivor maybe, she, survived. She made sure she did the best that she could do. And there's that icing of the cake again, making everything all right, putting it all together, however that is. And so she's proud that she did that for you guys and she was able to do that for you. And she is happy that she got to have you guys in her life. She literally shows me birthing you guys. So like birthing, having that whole experience, like there's nothing that she's like from this way and she goes like this, it was great. So whatever that was, she was happy you guys were there. So, um, and be very careful that you don't hold on. Um, like I want to choose my words very wisely here. I think in all families we have someone that is somewhat different, petty. Um, she's just like love them, you know. Um, It's like love them, and I don't know if somebody has passed recently, and so you're watching them change, and so just understand that they're going through their own stuff, because I'm watching someone who may have been really nice and really wonderful kind of not be so nice and wonderful. So just understand that they're hurting in their own way, even they wouldn't put it out, if that makes sense. So, and lots of love for you guys. So, yay. Yay for her coming through. Woot woot. Let me light some sage here. Woo! Hopefully that helps. So, where's my lighter? I'm like, where's my lighter? Like you guys know. Where's my lighter? Yeah. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Rochelle. Okay, let's see. Who is next? Oh, let's see. Wow, you guys are chatting away. Okay, Linda. Linda. Let's see. Um, so the changes. Okay, Linda, I want to see her name. Linda, are you still there? I want to see your name pop up if possible. Um, so Linda, there is a lot of oh gosh, what do you call it? There's a lot of changes going on for you. Um, I'm really hoping she is still here. Linda, I want to see her picture if she's got one. So, okay, there we go. So there's a lot of changes, and sometimes these changes don't necessarily have to be with you. It could be with your family too. Um, and so, you know, be very so be very careful that you don't um one of the things I think that like I think every parent tries not to do, and I don't know if you are a parent, but it's like watching somebody tie the apron strings for this person, and it's like tying the shoestrings every day for a kid. They don't know how to do that. It's like, be very careful that if somebody comes to you, you don't solve the problem for them, because sometimes that makes them what is the word? Come on, give it to me. Learned helplessness. Okay. And that doesn't have to be a family member, that can be a friend too. But it's almost like somebody that comes and says, what they're showing me is that someone comes up to me and goes, I don't know how to do this. So because of my impatience, I will go ahead and do it for them. Okay. Does that make sense to you? So what they're saying is, be very careful that you are not doing that. When somebody comes to offer to ask for advice or to ask for help or ask for something, it really, yeah, okay, 4 grown children. It really is about stepping back as hard as it is and watching. And like I said, I don't know if this is the kiddos, I don't know if it's friends, I don't know if it's grandkiddos. It's like someone who comes to advice for you, but they know, because of the fact that see how behind it is. I'm just now getting grandchildren and children, but they know how that you'll just solve it. It's like you're the solver sometimes, and so be very careful with that. um and continue to um, do you from they literally show me from where you were before and where you are right now. There's been a lot of growth. Um, and for you, there's been a lot of ancestral healing, okay? Where it's like through you and how you have done things and shown things, people have healed and grown. That doesn't necessarily mean that you had the right answers all the way. Does that make sense? That doesn't make sense to me either. Okay. So it would be like if I was walking in front of you on a path and I wasn't paying attention and I tripped over a big ass rock, you would know not to trip over that rock. So, because of some of the things that you have done in your life, you have been more of a teacher in times that you really didn't realize you were a teacher. Does that make more sense? Makes more sense to me. Um, so okay, yeah, yeah. And it's okay to keep the family together and keep doing that, but don't solve it for them because if these guys don't know how to do it, um, try to I don't know if you've ever heard of that pink light that we always say of imagining throwing pink light, and I would ask everybody that knows how to do that to please send Linda and her family some light because there are some heavy stuff going on. Send her some healing light for her and her family, and I will ask Debbie to put you on the prayer list if she's still running that. Um, but yeah, I mean, just be really careful with that. Just know that even in times where you didn't think you were being the teacher because maybe it was an accident or maybe it was a trip, it was like, no, it actually you taught a lot of people stuff anyways. So yay on you. Keep doing you and just do the best that you can do and send out that healing light because that's going to be really, really important for them. Okay. Um, Oh, that's remember to hit the like button. Looking for the next one. Hopefully that helps you, Linda. Look, I'm still like, it feels so good to see you guys. Okay, I don't know if I've missed it. Have I missed it there? Not seeing it. Okay, I don't know if I missed the next question. Okay, Sonia, message for I have never can remember if paternal is mom, grandma. So I just say, "Hey, grandma, come talk to me." That's what I do in my head. I'm like, "Go, grandma, go come talk to me." Thanks so much. It really is nice to talk to people. Um, oh, does she? Okay, so Kim talks to her. Okay. Yeah, no, no kids in-laws are. Okay, so paternal grandmother. Sonia, I don't know if I've told you this before, but usually I feel like I have when you when I step in to talk to one of your grandmas, it's like there's a whole line of grandmas and it's almost like they have bull horns to the next one. And so it's like I'm not just talking to one, I'm talking to a bunch of them. So I'm literally talking to a whole bunch of them. Um, mm, it's not bad. I'm just figuring out how to way to say this. Um, so we went from being extremely proud of who you are and the steps that you are becoming and how fearful and intense. I mean, just imagine if you have 5 people talking to you, because that's about what it feels like, 5 to 10 people just s s yelling at you stuff. I kept asking one of them to be the speaker, but no, they all wanna talk. Um, But so imagine if so I'm picking out words. So this intenseness and this fear of whatever you were starting, and now that energy that you are doing and that proudness of all of that. And then they show me some past lives where persecution was involved in that. And that's why the fear of it, of starting your stuff and doing your thing. And then they're like, beat it a different drum. Don't look and don't compare. Beat your own drum, sing your own song. Um, they just keep beat your own drum, sing your own song, um, because you are going to pull in different people. And that is what you got to remember. And go off the beaten path. There's so much strength. And they're reverting me literally. I'll show you. This is what I wrote down this morning. Okay. This was from your stuff. And it's funny because there's some discovery going on even within you. And then they show me the bottom of your heart. And it's like about this much, it'd be like this much of some pain that's still residual and still there. And then they literally open up this valve and they're like, it's time to let that go, let that loose. You're in such a beautiful healing space surrounded by so many, and mostly it's women. Now's the time. And I hate when they tell me this because I always feel bad. It's not that you men don't matter. It's just really a time for the women to do some healing and do a lot of self discovery. And it's about us stepping into ours and becoming strong again and letting go of that ancestral chains that they show me of all the things that have happened. And it's really funny because some of you men that are in the room, we do have a feminine side and a masculine side, and your feminine side needs healing as well. The feminine, we've been putting down and we've been suppressed for so long, and that feminine side of us really needs a lot of healing. So all of your females, Sonia, are really proud of you in the aspect that you're beating your drum and you're singing your song, and you are doing what you need to do. And I don't know what it is, and I want to go back to what I said to Jay with the tools. I would invite you to look at tools that ordinarily you might not. Oh, they're showing me. Okay, so I went to Salem a while back with one of my friends, and we went to um it was a kind of Harry Potter themed, where the Harry Potter has that, what do you call it? Harry Potter has the wands. In the wands, we went to it was kind of cool. There was a little thing like that. And I turned around and looked at this wand. I had to have it. And I'm not a wand person. I don't know what you do with them. But I literally had to have it. So they're saying something like that, where, again, like Jay, you wouldn't ordinarily use a tool like that. You wouldn't connect with something like that. But there's a part of it that's almost like heritage or ancestral or old things that, it just feels like old. So because you have latched on to this, it kind of reminds you of some healing modalities that you would have had in the past life. So even if you don't connect with it, know that you too can just have that tool for some reason. Different tools are really important for some of you guys. So yay, yay. But I'm so happy for you, Lisa. Yay. Yay, you. So let's see. Yeah, she keeps just beating on your drum and shining your light and being you, and don't compare yourselves to other people or other things or other don't that's not about. It's all about your strength, your stepping into your power, because just by you doing that, you give people courage to do it. Aw, I'm, like, looking at you guys' comments. Okay, 50. Um, 50. You have such I don't know what this means to you, but the minute I read 50, I literally saw you standing on your soapbox, and that's not a bad thing, okay? It's not a bad thing at all. You there are certain people that are put in here to be well, like, let's just say there are certain people that are meant to be teachers, and there are certain people that are meant to be, um, readers, and certain people that are meant to be, you're meant to speak that truth. You're meant to, they literally have you with a bullhorn. Whatever that means to you, um, whatever that means to you, it really is about, um, speaking your truth. And it doesn't, it doesn't have to be someone's truth right now. And so what they're saying is when you do speak your truth, m- back it up with why for whatever that means. Does that make sense to you, 50? It's like, and you don't have to go out there and be, I don't know what they call those people, but, you don't have to, I think of this guy on Facebook that goes, from Canada that, um, he goes with literally with bullhorns to go talking. But this really is about just, speaking your truth, and your truth does not have to look like anybody else's truth. Your truth can look completely different as long as you offer your reasons as to why. And it could be as simple as somebody saying, well, the sky is green. And you're like, no, I think it's blue. It looks kind of blue to me. And the reason why is because the hues of like this and it's got clouds. And, sometimes I see it like that. And so it's not only of speaking your truth, but of backing up what your truth means to you. Does that make sense? 50. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay. 80 degrees. Where are you, greeter? Yes, it does. Okay, cool. As long as it makes sense to you. Man, greeter, where are you? So it's cold. It's not cold. It's just very humid, which I'm still trying to get used to. Um, no problem, 50. Yeah, it's very important. Oh, Illinois, yeah, it's really humid there. My hair, I've realized this is the way it's always gonna look, and this thing is always going to be like this. I can't get my curls under control. I never know which way my hair is going to go or do. So I just give up. So I don't even care anymore. Um, so let's see. Was that it or do I have any more? Connie, message from Gramps. Um, was your grandfather really funny? Connie, was grandpa really funny? Now I don't know which way my hair is doing. Um, yeah, I'm telling you, Sonia, like I'm in Massachusetts now, and it's been rainy all day yesterday and last night, and it's like, okay, yeah, because he came in and he just literally had me laughing. Just, being the goofball, the jokester. I mean, he really is all about just keeping everybody laughing. God, now my hair is really driving me nuts. Keeping everybody laughing. Now he's like, just doing silly things. Don't forget to laugh. You know, don't forget to laugh. Don't forget to, I think that, it's funny because this is the second time that a family member has come in to kind of say things for the whole group. And that is, we take things so seriously. Really, because you could have it, Mars. Let me tell you. Um, you know, I think we take things so seriously, and it's really sad because we lose so much of the whole big picture. And trust me when I say sometimes when I'm channeling, it's a little weird for me too when I hear what they're saying. Um, but this he's like this life is like at a blink of an eye it's gone. And we take everything so serious. And it doesn't, in the long run, it doesn't really matter. It you have so many people that are standing. Oh, how do you say this? There's a saying for this, but I don't really know it. And it's like, be careful that you don't become that person that stands up for, I'm going to live and die right here, right here. He's like, be careful with that. You just got to have fun and try not to be so serious. Try not to live and die on this this hill. There you go. This hill. Um, it's like watching a bunch of people. This is the oddest thing. He must have did was he in a war or something like that? Because he's using war terminology that I don't really understand. Um, it's like he's got a bunch of army guys around him and this hill, and he's like, don't die on the hill. Um, you know, don't die fighting this kind of belief system or this thing, because in the end, it really doesn't matter. So there you go, Miss Mays. Yes, I like that. Very few hills are worth dying over. And that's where we've got to be careful that we're not doing that. We're not dying over things that aren't going to matter. Um, no, my dad was an army soldier. He was a joker. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, yeah, but just don't take things too seriously. Um, I channeled somebody. My dad was an army soldier. That's who he literally just put me on a hill and don't die on a hill. So that's who came through. I would assume it was your dad, Connie. He's a funny guy. So, but yeah, he was life of the party. Yeah, World War II vet. Yeah, I mean, he literally, and that's why he comes through being a soldier in that hill. Don't die on it. So whatever that, you have to find your truth in whatever that is about dying on the hill. And I would invite you to say, is there something that you're taking too seriously? Is there something that you're trying to, he literally is on the top of this hill, holding on to the flag saying, you can't die on this hill. And have fun, because in the end, it's not going to matter. This hill is not going to matter. So yeah, he's a funny guy. I like him. And then he goes and puts those little fart things underneath people's chairs. He's like, you just got to laugh. You just got to have fun. So hopefully that, whatever that means to you, Connie, hopefully that will help with whatever this situation is that you got. Whew, all these dead people. Y'all wear me out fast with that. Okay, Marie. Okay. Marie, Marie Henson, is that the son I'm reading for? Or are there two Maries or just one Marie? Let's see. We just got done reading a chapel called Whoopi the Magnificent. There you go, the Whoopi cushion. Yes, okay. Okay. So Marie Cody. Imma tell you what, it's getting harder because 'cause I'm getting tired, so I'm not gonna lie, but it's getting harder to connect, and sometimes people don't want to connect. Sometimes they don't have anything to say. Uh, and if I reach too far out, then I have a cat, and then I have other people here, and then it becomes really hard. Um, let's see. Thank you, Lisa, for managing it today, and, thank you all for coming. I'm glad I got to talk to everybody. Um, let's see, Marie, I honestly am not feeling anything, and, I would never bullshit and say I was. I can't feel anything, and that's just because I'm getting really tired. Um, you know, the party shows up what? When it's closing time. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Hi, Prince Charming's mom. Um, but yeah, I'm getting a little tired and I'm getting worn out, and I would not, yeah, he might be busy, and I'm getting tired. So let's see. They're telling me to talk about what I have learned recently, which I kind of said at the beginning. You know, right now it is a really very important time for all of us healers. Um, oh, thanks. Um, so I know the last time I was on, I kind of shared a little bit. So, if any of you guys remember, um, long time ago when Debbie, this was in October. I know this because I was in Florida. And if any of you guys remember, Debbie had Mary on her channel, and we were talking about whether I should move to Florida or whether I should move to Massachusetts. And Mary had said that for whatever the reason I was coming here, it wasn't going to work, which was 100% true. And then she said that basically I needed to be here. And so I did move out here. Um, I ended up getting so the job that I came for and the situation I came for didn't work, which was ended up being a really wonderful blessing in disguise. And then I ended up moving to from Cape Cod, and then I ended up moving to Martha's Vineyard, and that is where I live now. Um, I take care of someone with a disability. So I am a 24-hour caregiver for someone who is an awesome person and who has shown me things that um, I cannot express and could never say thank you enough for. And this has allowed me, I didn't if you would have told me about Martha's Vineyard, I'd have been like, "Where's that?" And if you would have talked to me about Cape Cod a year and a half ago, I'd have been like, "Where's that?" But yeah, so that is where I'm at now. So I'm currently on Martha's Vineyard. I really, really, it has been so healing. And I go back to what I said at the beginning, where we are healing at a faster rate, and things will come up to you if you're on your timeline the way it'll come to you when it comes to you. You don't have to rush it. You don't have to push it. I mean, what they're showing me is this day that I was sitting on the beach, and it was just me and the dog. And I'm sitting on the beach just looking at the waves, and all of a sudden I remembered something my mom said to me as a child. And that was so profound, to really look into her words and really understand, wow, that's why I do what I do, and it was very healing. One of my friends told me one time on Facebook, she's like, why you're being sent to Martha's Vineyard is because that whole energy around there is feminine, and you have to heal your feminine side. Which was when she told me that, I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." But it really has turned out to be so, so true. And so what I've learned, and it's funny because I learned it for myself, and then that information came to me later on, which is we really are healing so quickly that, again, like what used to take us a long time, we're healing and processing it like that. You don't have to go through years and years of stuff. It's about really just kind of looking at yourself, looking where you're at, owning what belongs to you, and acknowledging what really didn't come in your programming, what people, what parents, what family, what friends, what kind of put into your programming. And it's about someone, they're bringing me to someone, and I can't remember who, and that's where a lot of you started coming in. Was don't let your past define the person that you are today. We're changing. This energy is changing. There are some of us who are seeing division, 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 and that's all you live and breathe by. And there's other people that are seeing love, light, fluffy bunnies, everything's wonderful, and let's manifest this better. And so, those of us that are doing it this way, we just really need to manifest and manifest. There are people that are going to step into their spirituality. There are people that are going to open up more. There are people that are going to see things more. And that's because you can't help but not, because the energy around us is shifting and changing. I'm all about fluffy bunnies too, sister. That and unicorns, you know, the chubby unicorns that, I saw that on a bumper sticker. It says save the chubby unicorns. And it was what was it? God, I can't even think of what it was. It was a hippo. A hippo. It was a rhinoceros. It was a rhinoceros. That's what it was. Cracked me up. But so anyways, yeah, we're really changing, and we're really the world is changing, and words are powerful. Don't forget that you are the creator of your own life, and you can sit there and change things. And if you're wondering why things aren't happening for you, it's probably because you're sitting around going, why aren't things happening for me? So go over there and look at it and say, this is what I want my life to look like. This is what I want my life to be like. You know, um, but that's what, yeah, beautiful. Yeah. Massive emergence going on, massive transformation. And for those of us that are in touch with spirit, don't be freaked out if you didn't get it right. Because remember, we only see a timeline. We're only walking this timeline. But if somebody shifts something just a little bit, then they've changed how it's supposed to be, and, there's a lot of be true to yourself and heal yourself and step into you and have good boundaries. They say, have really good boundaries. You know? um, but yeah, so yay. That's all. I'm off my soapbox. I love you guys, and I have missed you. And I am off, I think, for another week and a half. So I will try to be on more during that time. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Much love to you. We will see you guys later, and have an awesome day. Again, thank you, Lisa, for helping me out today. I appreciate you. And who knows, I might come back later on tonight, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say when, but I love you guys and I miss you. And for those of you that have gotten on your path and have started reading and started your channels and started doing your healing, and yay to you, more power to you. I send you all kinds of loves and blessings. So bye, guys.